Hey everybody, excuse me. This is Miss Storm back on another video. Today we're gonna work on integers on the number line. Yay. So we've been learning a lot about integers on the number line. I want to remind you about some few things. Let's get a little bit practice in before we move on to the next topic. Okay? So go get your pens, pencils, whatever you're writing with, paper, notebooks, whatever you're using to write your notes with. And then let's get started. Pause it if you need to. Don't forget to give me a like, a thumbs up, and watch videos in the meantime as you need to. Okay? So I'll wait until you come back with your materials. All right, let's get started. All right, today we're going to practice drawing our number line. So I want you all to draw a number line on your paper. And let's draw another number line down here because I want to do a little bit comparing. And maybe one more number line down here, right? Okay. So usually you'll see the 0 with a tick mark. It starts in the middle. What type of numbers belong on the right side of the number line? What type of numbers belong on the left side of the number line? Okay, so I hope you said that positive numbers are written on the right side of the number line, usually. And then negative numbers are usually written on the left side of the number line. All right, so let's go ahead and plot. Plot as many numbers as you can indicate. All right, so I'll use blue on this side. So this will be a positive 1, positive 2. Now remember, if you don't see the positive sign, it's still a positive number, okay? Positive 3, positive 4, positive 5, and I think I have enough room for a positive 6. Okay, so let's move on to our negative numbers. This would be a negative 1. Now, negative numbers always have the symbol. So that's how you know it's a negative integer. Negative 2, negative 3, negative 4, negative 5, and I may have enough room for a negative 6. Let me see. Now, I've been working on my Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis, and it's negative. And then this one, uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. Okay? Now, let's draw a different type of number line, right? Sometimes, and I want you all to know that the 0 may be indicated towards either side, right? And it's okay. It's still a number line, but it's a number line that may have less numbers on the positive side or less numbers on the negative side. Very simple, but there's still students out there who will get kind of mixed up if it doesn't look exactly how we saw it the first time. I want to give my students the full spectrum, okay? We still are going to plot our numbers. Same thing, positive numbers on this side, negative numbers to the left, okay? So go ahead and plot. I'll use green for plotting. Here we go. This would be positive 1, positive 2, positive 3, positive 4, okay? And then on the other side, negative numbers or negative integers, negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, negative 4. And I think I have room for a negative 5. Good. All right. I want to plot a little differently on this number line. Remember we counted by twos when we do our skip counting by twos? Let's skip count by twos on this particular number line. Okay? So this one wouldn't be 1. The first tick mark, excuse me, would hold the value of 2. The second tick mark would hold the value of 4. Remember, we skip counting by twos. The next tick mark would hold the value of 6. Okay, and then get as many as you can on your number line. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, right? And now we have to plot our negative integers. Okay? This would be a negative 2, negative 4, negative 6, negative 8, and if I could fit a negative 10 would belong on the other side, right? Okay, good job. Very good. Now, let's work on identifying some integers on our number line, right? If I told you on the first number line, I wanted you to identify negative 4, Oh, it doesn't right here. And a positive 3. Okay, what does that mean? Identify. Ms. Durham, what are they asking you to do? Well, they just want us to indicate. They didn't give us any letters to use, so we'll just use a dot, right? So here, if I were going to identify -4 in the number line, I would go to the left side because I know negative integers are over there, and then I would go right to -4. And this seems to be the tick mark for -4, so I would put a dot right there, indicating that that's my -4, okay? So we've done that one. What if it asks for us to identify -3, positive 3? So I know the positive numbers are located on this side of the number line, so I'm going to go right to my positive 3, and which is here. So then that is where I would put my circle, right above the positive 3 tick mark, okay? What if we had a problem that asks us to subtract? Okay, let's think about it. When we're going towards this way on the number line, are the numbers getting bigger, or do the numbers get larger or greater going this way? This will help us understand whether or not when we're subtracting, we go that way to the left or the right, or when we're adding, do we go to the left or right? So let's think about it. All right, if I'm adding a number, the number should be get greater. Okay, the value should get bigger. 1 plus 1, even though both of these numbers or digits are 1, but when I add them together, the digit that I end up with is larger than the digit that I started with. So the value became greater. So when you're adding things together or numbers together, the value should become greater. When we're moving this way on the number line, the value should be greater, right? Okay? Or the value does get greater. When we're moving this way, the value gets smaller because also, here's a correlation, when we're subtracting 2, let me get a green, 2 minus 1, I started off with a digit of 2 and a digit of 1, but I'm going to end up with a digit that's lower than what I started with because we subtracted. The value got lesser, okay? It didn't get greater, it became smaller, okay? So when we are adding and subtracting on a number line with our integers, let me erase so that I can have room to write a problem here, okay? Let's just do a quick practice problem. I just wanted to introduce this to you right quick. This is just a quick introduction, all right? We're going to go -3 plus a positive 2, all right? So the first number here is a negative integer, -3, which means I'm going to start at -3, right? But here it says to add 2, which means that they want the value to get greater. Which way do we move on the number line so that the value becomes greater? We move to the right, all right? So we're going to start at -3, but we're going to jump to the right 2 times because we're moving towards the greater value. So here I'll start at 3 and then I jump twice. 1, 2. So now the answer would be -1. Good job for us. And I'll write it in. -1 for us. Okay? So, recap. You start at your first integer. I want you all to pay attention to the math that they're asking you to do. Are they asking you to subtract or are they asking you to add? Okay, that tells you which direction you want to move on your number line. And then this tells you how many jumps to make. Okay? So now let me erase. Let's do another practice problem. Alrighty. What if we had a question and it said -3, I'll do that again, minus 2. Okay? I'm going to start at -3 because that's our first number, but I have to pay attention here. They want me to subtract, so I'm going to move this way on the number line 2 spaces. Okay? So here I'll start at -3, and because I'm subtracting, I'm moving 1, 2 spaces, so the answer would be a -5. The value became lesser. We learned about the further you move down this way on the number line, the less the value. Good job for us. Okay? One more, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to talk about the assignments tonight. Or today, not tonight. All right, let's try -4 plus 5. Now, you don't see a +5 there, but you don't see any negative number, so we have to just automatically assume that that is a +5. We're going to start at -4, and you all think you got it. You can pause it here and get your answer, okay? We're going to start at -4, and then this tells me that we're going to move where the value gets greater on the number line. We're adding value, right? And we're going to move 5 spaces. So let's get started. 4 is here, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the answer is 1. Good job for us. Very good. 1 or +1, right? Easy stuff, right? Easy peasy lemon squeezies. Okay? Let me give you a few practice problems. Okay? And I want you all to do those. Number 1. Oh boy. Here we go. 2 minus -2. Let me try number 2. -4 plus 7. Let's look at number 3. -3 minus 3. And let's look at number 4. Let's try +4 minus yeah. 6. Okay. And I think I want to change number 1. Let me do no, I'll leave it the same. No, I want to change it. I'm sorry, buddies. Okay. I want you to see the correlation between 1 and 3. Okay? So those are quick practice problems. All right? I want you to do those as well. And we also have assignments to complete. So let me go to the next page here. Okay? And I'll walk us through them. Uh-oh, what happened? Here we go. All right, this, you can pause it here, write down the problems, whatever you need to do. This one should be really easy for you all. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, okay? Let's look at the directions first. Let me see if I can move the page back down. Let's look at the directions first. It says mark the integers on the number line and order them from least to greatest. Mark them, indicate them, show them. However they word it, it all means the same thing. We have to do -9. So -9 is here. So I'm going to put a point here or a dot here. They want us to indicate or mark number +4, which is here. They want us to mark or indicate -5. And I'm going to go to the left where my negative numbers are. Here's -5. And then +2. I'm going to go to the right of the 0 or the right of the origin, which +2 is here. Right? Easy stuff, right? Then it says write them from least to greatest on the number line. Don't get fooled. Remember, the further you go down here, the lesser the value. So the least of these numbers would be the number that's the furthest down here. So that is number -9 for us. out of the numbers that we indicated. So I would write -9 first. All right, the next least, I'm going to go down the number line, see which one is the next least number. -5. -5 is a little bit greater than 9. Then we go here, +2 is greater than -5. And we go here, +4 is bigger or greater than 2, right? Easy stuff. So I want you all to finish up all the rest of these problems. Number 2, 3, B. Let's see what B says. Mark the integers on the number line in order from greatest to least. So we'll practice one. The first number they have here is +3. So I'll go ahead and indicate that. Okay. Next one is -6, which is here. -4, which is here. And +5, which is here. But this time they want them from greatest to least. And I know the more I go down this way, the numbers get greater. So I'll start down here. The highest number that we've indicated is 5. So Ms. Thurman will mark her 5. Okay, and then as we move this way, the numbers get smaller. The next one would be 3. The next one is -4, and the next one is -6. This is really good. We're getting you all to notice the value of those numbers and how even though the number is high, but it has a negative number in front of it, it has the least amount of value. And it also helps you with the practicing, plotting on your number lines. So make sure you complete this assignment, okay? Pause it if you need to. I'm going to erase it so that you all can have nice clean paper. Some of you all are taking screenshots and submitting like that after you have written on your screenshot. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. Next assignment for tonight. Okay, here we have another number line assignment. Okay. Now, the directions say fill in the missing integer in each number line. So we're going to look at our 0 because we have to analyze. From 0 to the first integer is 5, so that means that each one of these tick marks, they're counting by 5. It could be -5, it could be +5. It depends on which direction we're moving down the number line, okay? So let's go positive first. If they're counting by 5, 0 to the first tick mark is 5. 5 plus 5 equals 10. So that means that this one would be 10. Okay? Now let's go to the negative integers. We have to subtract by 5 because negative really means subtraction, right? They're counting by 5, so 0 minus 5 would be a -5. Minus 5 would be a -10, -15, -20, -25. So Ms. Durham will write them in for us. All right. So we're counting by 5s. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Just like we did over here. 5, 10, except for this side is -5. -10, 15, -20, -25. Okay? They want you to do the same thing for every one of these problems. You have to look and you have to analyze. Look at the clues that they give us. Let me look at this one. Here, I have a -8 and a +8. So I know that right in between those two has to be number 0. So I'll put that there. So if we look at our 0 and 8, we know that they're counting by 8. If we look at our 0 and the first tick mark this way is -8, I know they're counting by -8 on the other side. So if we count by 8, 0 plus 8 equals 8. 8 plus 8 equals, I hope you said 16. Very good. 16 plus 8 would equal 24. Good. 24 plus 8, and you keep going. Same thing on the other side. 0 minus 8 is a -8. Okay. Then -8, add more 8, it'll be a -16, and you keep going. Okay. Same thing here. When you do your analysis, start at the 0. From 0 to the 2, you're counting by 2s. Okay. Here, the only thing you have, the clue here that you have here is 30 and 6. 36 minus 30 equals 6, so we know that each value holds 6 points in between. Okay. So then you would do 30 minus 6. That gives you that. And then that number minus 6, this number minus 6 should give you 12. On number 5, your clue may lie here for you. It may lie here for you. If you need help, let Miss Durham know. But this is the second part of your homework. You all need to practice. Let's end the week very, very well, okay? Make sure you are doing the math assignments. You all, it's very important, buddies. Do your math. Become smarter. Don't waste the time that we're spending at home. You all want to get good love on your families, but also make sure you complete your math. I think that's it. You got this for homework. Let me erase it for you so that the students who, oh no, here we go. The students who, oh, they won't let me erase it, you all. Sorry. The students who take the screenshots, you can still take your screenshot though. Okay. And then you have this one for homework. Bye, everybody. Have a great weekend. I'm thinking about doing some science stuff on the internet for us, but watch out. I hope it happens. Just keep positive vibes in the air and we can get it done. Bye, everybody.